Topic explains that risk measures and risk aggregation are essential components of modern financial risk management frameworks. Financial institutions face multiple forms of risk, including market risk, credit risk, liquidity risk, operational risk, and interest rate risk. Risk measures are quantitative tools used to estimate the potential impact of adverse events on portfolios, business units, or institutions. Common measures include value at risk, VAR, expected shortfall, ES, stress testing results, and economic capital estimates. These metrics help institutions evaluate exposures consistently and allocate resources effectively. Risk aggregation combines individual risk exposures across activities and business lines to provide a comprehensive view of the institution's overall risk profile and resilience. Risk aggregation is particularly important because financial risks are often interconnected and may amplify each other during stressed market conditions. Institutions must understand how exposures across trading desks, lending portfolios, operational systems, and counterparties interact within the broader organization. Aggregation frameworks consolidate data from multiple systems and business units to support enterprise-wide risk oversight and strategic decision-making. Effective aggregation requires high-quality data, standardized reporting structures, and consistent measurement methodologies. Regulators increasingly emphasize enterprise-wide risk visibility because fragmented risk management contributed significantly to weaknesses during major financial crises. Strong aggregation practices improve transparency, strengthen governance, and support timely responses to emerging threats affecting institutional stability. Topic also focuses on validation, dependency structures, counterparty credit risk, and interest rate risk within integrated risk management frameworks. Validation refers to the process of evaluating whether risk models, aggregation methodologies, and assumptions accurately represent institutional exposures and market behavior. Independent validation functions assess model performance, data quality, assumptions, and implementation processes to ensure reliability. Financial institutions rely heavily on quantitative models, making validation essential for maintaining confidence in risk measurements and regulatory compliance. Ongoing monitoring, backtesting, sensitivity analysis, and stress testing strengthen validation frameworks. Effective validation reduces model risk and improves institutional ability to manage uncertainty in increasingly complex financial environments. Dependency structures are critical because risks rarely occur independently during financial stress periods. Correlations between asset classes, counterparties, and markets often increase significantly during crises, reducing diversification benefits and amplifying losses. Institutions use statistical models such as copulas, correlation matrices, and scenario analysis to estimate dependencies between exposures. However, dependency modeling remains challenging because historical relationships may change rapidly under stressed conditions. Incorrect assumptions regarding correlations and interconnected risks contributed to severe losses during past financial crises. Institutions must therefore incorporate conservative assumptions, stress scenarios, and expert judgment into dependency analysis. Understanding interconnected exposures improves risk aggregation accuracy and strengthens institutional resilience during periods of systemic instability. Counterparty credit risk arises when one party in a financial transaction fails to meet contractual obligations before final settlement. This risk is particularly important in derivatives, securities financing transactions, and over-the-counter financial markets. Counterparty exposure fluctuates over time because market values change continuously, making risk measurement highly dynamic. Institutions use exposure models, collateral management systems, netting agreements, and stress testing to control counterparty risk effectively. Interest rate risk also represents a major concern because changes in interest rates can significantly affect asset values, liabilities, earnings, and economic capital. Financial institutions manage interest rate risk through duration analysis, hedging strategies, scenario analysis, and balance sheet management techniques. Topic also discusses recommendations issued by the Bank for International Settlements, BIS, regarding risk aggregation, governance, and institutional resilience. Following global financial crises, the BIS emphasized the importance of strong data governance, enterprise-wide risk visibility, and effective reporting systems. Recommendations encourage institutions to maintain accurate, timely, and comprehensive risk data capable of supporting strategic decision-making during normal and stress conditions. The BIS also stresses the need for clear accountability structures, robust technology infrastructure, and integrated risk management frameworks. Institutions must ensure that boards of directors and senior management receive meaningful risk information supporting oversight responsibilities and regulatory compliance within increasingly interconnected financial systems. Despite improvements in risk management practices, institutions continue to face constraints and challenges related to data quality, model complexity, technological limitations, and evolving market conditions. Risk aggregation systems may struggle to integrate information across legacy platforms, international operations, and rapidly changing financial products. Emerging risks such as cyber threats, geopolitical uncertainty, climate-related exposures, and digital financial innovation further complicate risk management frameworks. Institutions must balance model sophistication with transparency and usability while maintaining flexibility to adapt to changing conditions. Effective governance, skilled personnel, and continuous investment in technology and analytics remain essential for overcoming operational and strategic limitations in integrated risk management systems. Best practices in integrated risk management include strong governance structures, consistent methodologies, independent validation, stress testing, and enterprise-wide communication. Institutions should establish clear risk appetite frameworks, maintain high-quality data standards, and integrate risk aggregation into broader enterprise risk management processes. Regulators increasingly expect firms to combine quantitative analysis with qualitative judgment and forward-looking scenario planning. Transparency regarding assumptions, limitations, and model uncertainty strengthens accountability and decision-making quality. Ultimately, effective risk aggregation and integrated risk management support financial stability, operational resilience, regulatory compliance, and sustainable long-term performance. Institutions capable of managing interconnected risks comprehensively are better positioned to withstand economic shocks and maintain stakeholder confidence in complex global financial markets.